Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Thanks for tuning in. Here today I have Mishal with me, and we're going to be talking about car girls, or car enthusiasts as you like to call yourself, rather than that, and kind of the weird taboo or the weird quirks that they have in the scene, and like, you know, the good things about them and sort of the bad, you know. Right, so what do you drive? Let's start off with that.
So I drive a now bagged BMW 428i with M Sport also.
What air suspension kit's on it?
I'm on Airlift 3P, so it's pretty nice. I like it. The remote's pretty cool too. And the cat's in the back in the drawer. And yeah, and then like I was on coils before, and then I switched to bags, and so that's my current setup right now. And my most recent setup, because I'm in stocks now, I had Cosme's R1s, and I powder coated them Illusion Tropical.
Illusion, yeah.
Yeah, so like that was pretty different, because like nobody really like rocks stuff like that, I guess.
Especially on a white car.
Yeah, so like even on Beamers, like colors and fitment like that is just like different, and like I kind of like different kind of stuff, so that's what I'm going for. And yeah.
What about in terms of like engine mods and everything?
Oh yeah. So I have like this piggyback tune, which is like JB4. It's like standard stuff. Mm-hmm. Stage 1, I believe, right now, and then I have like engine intake, charge pipe. I have a catless down pipe, and then what else am I missing? I have like a diamond axle back exhaust, and I'm probably gonna like change like a few things on that, try to make it more louder. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know if
I'm trying to remember too.
I know my most noticeable, like.
And then there's just like a couple small little things here and there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I forget those. That's fine. So we can start off with like the term just car girl itself. Like how do you feel about the term like that? Because I feel like when you mention something like, you know, there's car girls, there's gamer girls, blank girls, I feel like there's some derogatory notion behind it, but I don't know, how do you feel?
Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird to describe it because like the term's out there, but like I feel like car girl or like a gamer girl or something is just like a broad term that like there's like girls that like are into it, but they're like not, like they don't know much about it. Like car girls who like know about different brands, but like they don't know anything about mods or anything that actually like goes into cars, like how I modify mine or something. They'll just be like, oh, like I'm into it or something. And just,
so would you say that like there's a group that might be like faking it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
It seems so like that, because like I don't know, like I just feel like they kind of just like put the title on themselves and then like present them that way on social media.
Do you feel like they might just do it straight up for like attention, or?
Oh, I actually, that is also possible. Like I feel like they might just do that to like get more guys or something. And like I don't know, it's like a theory. Like I don't want to like assume that of every girl, but like it's also like very possible. Like on like TikTok and stuff, I see like girls like that, and like all they got was like really ricey looking cars and stuff. And
there was one that's going around. What is it? It's like what like normal girls want to drive, and it's like, you know, some like normal basic cars and stuff, like a Honda Accord, a Jeep Wrangler, and all this other stuff. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, what I'm into, and it's just like Evos and Subarus, and I'm sitting here, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that's not the only thing that's like, you know, car related.
No. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they kind of like find that on social media and just like copy paste kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, you being yourself, are you surrounded by, I mean, how do I say this? Are you surrounded more by like other car females that are actually into it, or like ones that kind of fake it for attention?
I think there's like a good mix. Like I know a few girls who are actually into it and they know more about it. And then some girls are like into it, but they don't know much about it, and then I like educate them onto it so that they don't like, you know,
they fall into that area.
Like,
oh yeah. then how do you feel about like guys immediately like because this obviously happens a lot. Unfortunately it happens. So how do you feel about guys labeling you in that area of like you're just doing this for attention?
Yeah, honestly, like I've had multiple like different like experiences. Like some guys will just be there to like be like, oh wow, she's a car girl, so that's why I'm following her. And then some people will be like, oh, like I actually like her build, and like I can see that she's actually an enthusiast, so I like that. So like that's like acceptable in my like opinion. But like there's like other people who are like just like there for the clout basically.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that at all. And like, it's just like you're either on one end of the spectrum or the other end, and there's like no really in between with like guys. So
I mean guys could fall in the same aspect anyways, where it's like they might have like this most stockish build. It's like, oh yeah, plasticated badges, plasticated wheels, call it a build, and it's like, okay,
yeah, it's kind of
whatever.
funny.
Then like females do the same thing, but then I feel like females get a lot more attention in that space. It's like, what have I seen before? It's like a guy might have an actual like build or something like that, right? It's really nicely done and everything. So there's that meme that's floating around about like what is it? Car girls getting like 1,000 likes on with
just
dip or something on it, and that's it. Versus like a perfectly built car. I mean, how do you feel about something like that? Like them just getting attention off of it.
That sucks because I don't even get likes on my Instagram.
With the fully built car.
Yeah. I guess like my profile's more like low key because like I don't really like to like promote myself like that. Because I don't know. It's just
not wrong. Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. And then like, I mean like I've also gone through that phase. Obviously, like I feel like everyone goes through a phase, but like sometimes
I've done it at one point. Like the plastic, the wheels, the stickers. This was all before I went low, anyways.
Yeah,
like
everything was different.
That happens, but I feel like some of them like they just stay in that position for a while.
They don't grow out of it. I mean, like car parts are expensive, but it's like
I get that.
Once you like actually get out of there and buy one part, then you can buy more and like more and more, and then you figure out like okay,
this is where I work around. Rather than just labeling yourself in that one position.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Like I feel like I did my wheels and I have stickers on my car. Like I had a lot of stickers on my car. Like I had a whole like anti-social social club one on the side. You could like put that up there too. I look like an international student.
Oh yeah.
Hella wheel gap, had no springs, no coilovers, nothing. And dipped wheels with curb rash. And yeah, that was like a phase of mine. I felt like I was cool or something. But like, unfortunately I got into a crash, and then like after that, I guess that's when like I actually started like doing car stuff, like putting coilovers on the car, and then new wheels and all that. And like my first setup was pretty clean, inspired by low packy. I'll
throw that here. Throw it somewhere.
Self promo,
I gave the exact specs and color and tire combo and
but you have the help. Everybody has the help. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't have help for my first setup.
Yeah.
And literally like I was on reps and I was just going off the fly and I was trying to learn my best. I went to go find out what my like OEM like specs were, and then I kind of based it off of that. And then I went.
It's difficult at first because you don't know like what to look for.
Perfect.
Exactly.
You don't know what offset is. You don't
Exactly.
know. You don't know if you should go by 18 by 9.5 or 18 by 10 because it's a bigger number.
Exactly, and it's like it's a learning curve there.
Rubbing and all that, yeah.
Or with spring rates and all that. You just don't know anything.
It's so like But once you dip into it, like and you start learning, then there's that. But I feel like a lot of not even just for car girls in general, but a lot of people just don't want to learn that.
Yeah. But you learn as you go, basically.
Essentially,
and I didn't know crap until like I actually like learned about it, and now I know like more about like fitment and all that, and like tire sizes and whatnot, which is like I didn't know anything about that, and it's funny. But like I don't know, like I like the fact that like you can like customize things to your own liking, and like I like powder coated probably like 2 of my different
you essentially built your car the way that you wanted to, which a lot of people apparently stopped doing. I don't know why, but apparently stopped doing it. You built it to your own liking.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's why it's like such a low-key page, I guess, because like Like other people, like they'll get like the basic like 3-piece wheels with like airlift or whatever, and then it's like that's.
It's like oh, yeah, we're both halfway there. You know, we're on airlift. It's just okay. Our wheels are a little bit different there, and that's
yeah.
But it's still like at the end of the day, we wanted airlift not because everybody does it,
yeah,
because of other people.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's again, it's kind of drawing off from the whole thing, but again, I feel like a lot of people do that too. Going back to the whole car girls thing, I'm trying to think. How do you think guys approach it themselves? They figure out, you know, somebody's a car girl. You know, how do you think they would go on about it?
There are some guys who just like immediately enter my DMs with like no shame, and I'm like, excuse me, like, what is this? And then there's some guys who like enter my DMs with like a question related to my car, but then the direction that they're headed is not the way that I was expecting it. So that's where I stop, like, cause they have like a general, like.
Oh yeah, it's when people slide in, they have a question, they continue the conversation, and then it takes like a hard, like right, and it's like, okay.
And then it's like, okay, you're gone, and I put you in a different folder of the DMs, and then like, some people just stay in requests forever because I'm like, I'm not entertaining this.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's sad, like, I try to help people out as much as I can.
But
and,
in
like,
some sense, like.
Yeah, and it's funny because even in like Facebook Marketplace, if I like I'm selling my wheels or something, I'll get like a DM and it'll be like, "Hey man, I was wondering if you can help me out with this." Like, cause like
I've gotten those.
It's like achieving fitment, I guess, on like the 4 Series or whatever is like different, like, cause people don't really go for stance looks on BMWs. They go for more like a meaty setup with like track fitment and whatever.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's like, I guess they reach out to me, and so I try helping them, but then I'm like, all right, so you're not interested in my wheels.
So then, how do you feel about like you know, you call yourself a car enthusiast rather than a car girl, right? How do you feel about those that refer to themselves as like a car girl, kind of like ruining the image or something for like you?
Yeah, I just don't like it. I mean, like, yeah, at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want, but it's like you're like portraying something just because you're a girl, I guess. And you know what irritates me is that they'll even put it in their bio. and I'm like, listen, dude, like, we can see that you like cars and you'll post it on your like profile, and people can clearly see that when they see your profile. But like, why do you have to establish the fact that you are a car girl? And like, I guess,
or not even the fact, like, yeah, you might post pictures of cars, but is this the one that you own?
Yeah, that's the thing. They also like take other people's pictures of their builds and they put it on their headers or like their own profiles, and I'm like, bro, like, where's your car? Like, that's supposed to be for your profile. And like, I'll see people on Twitter doing that, and I'm like, do they know you're doing this?
Exactly. Like, does that owner know that that's their header? Like, you know, like, they might not be associated with them or anything like that at all, and it's still like, you know, it's there.
It's like this weird to me.
But even in the sense, like, again, there's the opposite end. It ruins an image for like an actual, like, you know, female that's into cars. You know, they're low key about it. They may not own a car for whatever the reason may be.
Yeah.
Not knocking on it, but like, they might still be into it. But it ruins it for them.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, for me, it's like I was like in this group chat or whatever, and then it's like I'll post a picture of my car, and then like people won't know that or whatever, and then like when I start actually talking about my cars, they'll be like, wait, that's your car? And I'm like, yeah, that's my car.
I was gonna get into that. I was like, okay, hold on. So when you come at like car shows or car meets or anything, have people came up to you and they're like, is that your car or is that your boyfriend's car?
Yeah.
Or like your brother's car?
Like, yeah. Like, okay, like, say that, like, if there's, like, somebody else driving them, they'll compliment the other person, not me. And I'm like, wait, this is my car, not his, like, yeah. It's happened multiple times it happened. Like, I'm at a Chick-fil-A drive-thru, and there's, like, some guy coming through, and he's like, yo, nice car, bro. And I'm like, what? This is my car. I'm like...
I don't take it to a
I'm so salty. Like, I'm so salty because of that. And I'm like...
ouch.
The DoorDash guy.
It's like
where's my recognition?
Where's my recognition for this? I was like, okay, that kind of sucks.
Like, I get no clout.
So that sucks. Okay, so then do you have any advice for the ones that are, for the actual females that are into cars? That's where we're gonna leave this off at. Cause like I feel like you yourself. When I thought about this video, I was like, okay, who are my female car friends or car enthusiasts that I can come to, and have this video with? And I'm like, you were definitely like top of that list, and I was like, okay, I don't really know other people that are truly into it. It's rare.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them that are in for it, like for attention, unfortunately. And then there's like the very few that are like you that are actually into it. So what advice would you give them?
I would say like keep doing you, I guess, at the end of the day, because like we can't really like stop other people from like portraying how they want to be like car girls. I would appreciate if car girls would like kind of like consider us to like an extent that like we're actually out here doing it, and they're just like sitting there and like acting like they are, but they won't. And most of them are like high schoolers too, and it's like they're like acting like it's like, oh yeah, like I'm into these cars, and like it's like my mom's car, but I be doing like plasti dip on it and stuff. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but it's like like the real people who are actually into it, they don't really get much recognition. And like I guess like the most exposure we can get is like promotion from like car events we actually go to. Like I actually like
you got accepted into, what was it recently?
It was some like clean culture elite tour event.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a trophy, which was like it was my first one that I registered for, and I also got a trophy. That was actually really cool. But like also like people thought that my name was like a guy's name, because my name can be a guy's name.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah, so like, and they're all like mostly Hispanic people, so they're like, oh, like Michael or something. Michael. And I like came to the front, and everyone was like, what the hell?
Wait.
It's a girl. Yeah.
I mean, you probably got more recognition for it. So it's like, oh shit, a female built this.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. So I like that. Like some people actually do consider like appreciating us once in a while.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I guess that's where we'll wrap it up then. Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll leave her Instagram somewhere around here. It'll also be in the description. I'll also leave Lo Packy's Instagram, Ashlan here, who's sitting in the back. I'll leave it somewhere as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that other good stuff. And yeah, thank you, Michelle, for joining me.
Thank you for having me. But like when you actually ask them stuff, they don't know anything, which kind of annoys me. But like as far as like, what the hell is he doing?
He's going for my ass. He's going for my ass. Wait a minute.
He did that to me earlier.
Oh.
Wait. Alright, you guys. What are you doing? She's fucking ruining the perfect chair. You know what? I'm gonna put a blanket on you. Not that she literally has a whole scratching pose right there.
Oh god.
Luna, you suck.
You're still good? Yeah.